We're out here doing what I love to do, which is catch roaming fish that are out here just on Beaver Lake swimming around. And we're, you know, the best part about it is they're usually keepers that are out here. We're not keeping them today, but we're just out here throwing a little scope-eye jig head on a little pointer shad, and we're casting that over to the targets. We're out to the crappie that are out there. But the fun thing that we're doing today is we're actually fishing for the first time with it's the Godwin crappie cast, and I got the combo. Actually, Jack sent me the combo, so I'm fishing with the I think it's a BM 2000 reel, so it's a little different than the 75th anniversary reel, but it feels really good. I've only been out here for a couple minutes and already, you know, caught one already. And so we're going to test this out. It's 7.5 foot. There's a lot of things that this rod has, a lot of features, and we'll talk about that. But first and foremost, it's about the action of the rod. And when Godwin designed this rod, he made it so that the rod tip, we'll see if you can see this, the rod tip would bend. You see that? So it's got that bend. So boom, when you get them, you know, it hooks them right up. I've really enjoyed that so far, but we'll keep going. We'll keep telling you, and we'll show you some more about this rod and this reel. Missed me setting the hook. Dude, this is awesome. Golly. Oh man, they're so pretty when they come out of this water right here. And again, it's this new combo right here, that Godwin crappie cast. And I know we're going to talk a lot about the blank and the blank action, but it dropped down to it. But I mean, just how it feels when you set the hook and it has that right action. So it pulls, and then it pulls the hook into them. And so pretty exciting. We're going to go back to it. We're catching roamers. It's fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. It's so much fun. They're just chasing shad, and they're good ones that are out here. Good roamers, for at least for Beaver Lake, man. At least, you know, they're catching. They look big on the graph too, but like I said, there he goes. He's still looking for bait to eat. Big old school of shad. But it's your basic rod and reel. It's your basic spinning reel. It's the BM 2000, which is the one that came with the combo. And it has 4 ball bearings plus 1, I believe. And then you can switch the handle on it left to right or right to left, whichever one you prefer to reel on. And there's more about this rod. I'll read it off here in a little bit, and we'll tell you about it. But I tell you, it just has that right feel to it. It also, where I put my hand and the pinky goes in here, and it separates the rod from the reel. Right in this part right here is where I hold it, and that balances it out perfect. So there isn't too much weight forward or back. And it also gives you support all the way through your arm. So if you're setting the hook on a big one, you can really do that. You can actually take some of the pressure off your arm. And so it's just one of those things, when you get a pull that feels right, and it's right for what you're doing, like fishing these roamers, it just makes the day go better, and it's a lot funner to catch them. So the rod is 7.5 foot long, 24-ton graphite, which is 96% graphite, stiff backbone. And we already talked about the tip being real soft and it being able to bend, and it allows you to set that hook, get that good feel, but it also lets you cast lighter lures farther. So we are throwing a real light, you know, there's a real light lure right here, and so it's not very big at all. So and I mean, a 2-inch pointer shad, I think, is what's on there. So it also having that tip gets you to be more accurate when you're throwing out there. It has diagonally wrapped carbon fiber cloth for added strength, giving it that backbone and the stretch inside there. Stainless steel guides with a slim type T ring is what it has. You see that right inside there. That's the rings that are inside there. And so pretty amazing inside there. So anyway, the gear ratio is 5.2 to 1, and so it's fast enough to reel in there as you're trying to catch up your line. But I tell you what, the rod is pretty impressive, and it's a lot of fun to fish with, and that's what fishing's all about, is having fun and going out there and catching them. What a way to end the day. Yeah, that's right, with another nice one. Got him on a little scope by shad right there. But just a good, look at that. I'd take a whole bunch of those. 15 would be good. But anyway, caught them all out roaming, and was throwing the Godwin crappie cast combo right there. So what can I say? This is one rod that you got to check out, especially if you're going after roamers, because this is the perfect rod for it. Cast it all day. Super light tip. I was throwing an 1/8 ounce jig head, and it could fling it a mile. So one thing that you need to do is, if you're going to chase roamers, make sure you get you one of these rods.